Good afternoon, gladiators. We are about to play Salotio. It is a rainy Saturday afternoon here in Sydney, Australia, and that is the best time to play some games. Today we're checking out Unsung Warriors, which is an indie platform game that was brought to my attention a few days ago by my buddy John Stayscale. And he said to me, this is the standard that current indie platform games have reached, and it's pretty high, and there's a ton of polish here, and I was pretty impressed. I had a quick play with it last night, and the game is pretty cool. Didn't get that far, but we're going to play it in a bit more detail today. So without further ado, let's jump in to Unsung Warriors. This game is made by two guys who call themselves Osarian and Mountaineer. That's the name of their two studios, and they've collaborated to build this game. The reason it came to my attention, other than John sent it to me, is that they had a Kickstarter recently, and surprisingly, this game failed to reach its target of $40,000. And having played the game, I'm really surprised it didn't make it. It just shows you how challenging it is to get a successful Kickstarter in 2019. All right, let's jump in. This is the prologue, by the way. This is the free version that you can download yourself on Steam and check it out as you like. The full game will be coming out for sale, as you can see here, sooner in early access, and then they'll be bringing out the rest of the game in 2020 and beyond. Let's jump in with a new game. One player. One of the cool things about this game is that you can play multiplayer if you want. Couch co-op, as they like to call it. And that's one of the things I used to love back in the day, is sitting down on the couch with a friend and playing, Double Dragon or Final Fight, Streets of Rage, that kind of thing. Golden Axe, going off on adventures like that. On a stormy autumn evening, a barbarian village descended into sleep. Suddenly a stranger appeared in search of shelter. Cool artwork, I love the art. Rumors soon began to spread about a crypt containing treasure. Blinded by greed, several tribesmen set out to raid the crypt. After nothing was heard from them for several days, a young warrior set out to look for his missing tribesmen. There's our hero. Alright, off we go. And East Training Grounds, Crypt, West Ancient Shrine. Let's go west first. Life is peaceful there. As you can see, just take it in for a second. Lovely art. You can see the trees moving softly in the foreground and background. It's got a cartoony sort of, I hesitate to say a Flash style, but it's kind of vectory. It's certainly reminiscent of the best games you used to see on Newgrounds. The distant mountains off in the distance. Lots of layers of parallax scrolling. Birds in the distance. It's very pretty. I didn't go this way last time, but I heard that you could do it. Little double jump. Let's head into that cave and see what awaits us. Oh, that's dark. Read. Amid fire and chaos, soul shattered and lost. One stands, falls and rises, no matter the cost. For him seeking truth, where no one dares tread, time's running out and corruption will spread. Sadness. Okay. I think that this tree actually represents the failed Kickstarter, because you can go on their website and see the tree in bloom before the Kickstarter came out. So that's pretty morbid, but it's cool and it's kind of honest as well. They put a Kickstarter out and thought that they'd make a certain amount of money, and they didn't. And the problem with Kickstarter is, unless you make all the money, you don't get any of it. Love the atmosphere as well. Anyway, there's nothing for us to do up here. We'll head out again. You know, it's scary. I mean, this is a game made by 2 people, 1 artist and 1 programmer, I believe. And they've done a great job. And you can tell that, you know, there's just a lot of experience and polish put into a game like this. But in 2019, that may not be enough. From what I can tell, the game has been successful as far as it's had a lot of downloads. It's had about 70 or 80,000 downloads of the free version. And hopefully that translates to sales for them. There's a lot of games out there, you know, and it's highly competitive, and sometimes you need a bit of luck. There's our first enemy, it's a little skelly. You can kind of like multiple hits like that. Of course, double jump, which is a great feature of any game. He's a little guy here, chat to him. Hey Einar, I'm so glad to see you. That sounds Scottish, hardly Viking, doesn't it? Just ahead you'll find an old crypt. My brother went inside to look for treasure, but hasn't returned yet. I'm worried about something bad has happened to him. Terrible, terrible voices. I should stop. Right, we're going to push this crate over. I did this before, you see. I kind of know what I'm doing. And then the second crate is up here. This would be a lot of fun couch co-op, I think, getting someone else playing with you. And there's not enough kind of local co-op games like that. I mean, the Switch and the Wii, as its predecessor, did a great job of that. But you haven't seen that much in PlayStation games and that kind of thing, where you can sit down with your, you know, friend or family or your partner and play the same game on the couch. All right, we're in the dark crypts now. Some cool kind of bloom lighting there, glow around on the torches. And one of the things that I had a look in the trailer for this game was you can use the environments to cause some damage to your enemies, so you can kind of knock them into spikes just like that, or I could have knocked them off the edge there if I wished. Ominous soundtrack in the background. So we can knock these guys down that way if you want. We could have knocked them into the huge stone columns, but we're not going to. Instead, we're going to go here and we'll wait. It's a little checkpoint. And I didn't get much further than this, actually. This is about as far as I got, so this is all new territory to me. I know you can put your shield up there, though, so we should do that. Oh! Okay, good. Oh, damn. Oh, dead. Lucky there's a checkpoint right next to us. Alright, try again. Take this seriously. Okay, dodge that. Oh, come on! These guys must have a lot of fun designing puzzles and things like that. You know, they know that you have to jump at a certain point to get past that, but how embarrassing. Games Gladiator always bring you a very low standard of gaming prowess. What am I doing wrong here? Come on, focus. It's particularly with platform games, I just suck at them, which is a bit of a worry because I'm building one myself. Alright, let's wait. You know, often it's not that hard if you sit down and actually, you know, take your time, which is what I hadn't done. Knock those guys off. There we go. Now we're cooking. We'll head down here. Block that with that shield. You know, there's nothing unique about the gameplay, but it's nicely executed. The character feels good to control, and there's lovely detail in the world. Particles and special effects when you hit things and pillars crumble. Press S to use a ranged weapon. Ah, cool. Got a bow. Do we need to collect our arrows? No, we don't. So that's cool. We've got 2 weapons in our inventory. And obviously a target for us. Target opened the door. Crumbling blocks. And knock these guys over back into the spikes. Off you go. They don't get affected by the crumbling blocks. Both John and myself, John Stayscale, my game developer buddy, and I are working on platform games at the moment, and his is a lot further along, and you know, it's a different style game. His is closer to this. His game is called Blood and Meat, and you know, that'll be coming out into an early access build at some point this year, and I'm really excited for you guys to see that one, because he's put a ton of work in that, and it reminds me a lot of this. It has, I think, a lot more humor to it than what I've seen in this so far, but and it's a little bit more adult, but there are similarities, and I think, you know, it's good to see these kind of games being made. You don't always need a gimmick or a hook, even though, wow, lots of weapons available. That's cool. That's fantastic. Can we sell that? Now do we have enough? I've sold my weapon, which may have been disastrous. I want to buy the scimitar, but I can't afford it. No, it's a little clunky to use the keyboard, but alright. We don't have a weapon now, just punching. That's rough. We're 1 gold short. That could be all the difference. Maybe someone's got a weapon for us. So we're obviously doing less damage to the skelly and we have a shorter range. No! Oh, no! Someone's yelling out, help! Holds it. Ah. Oh, what's down here? A chest. Oh, there you go. The presentation is fantastic. I mean, I've said it before, but this is a really nicely done platform game, and it's the kind of thing that you'd love to see on the Switch and PlayStation and so on. All right, so it's one of the people you're going in to rescue, and I suspect that these skellies, there's too many of them for us to fight, but if we can somehow trip the... Well, this isn't gonna work. What's over here? There's a lock there. Without our sword, I don't know how we're gonna break that. I'm gonna try the brute force approach. That didn't work either. All right, so can we climb up this? There we go. That worked. Took out a lot of them. They take a lot of hits, especially because I've only got my fists. Shouldn't have sold that crude sword, should I? There we go. Now I've got enough to buy the next weapon, but I like that the arrows have a little flight to them. They're not just straight; they curve in the air. All right. You're still not helping us. You've got an axe, buddy. I can't. I'm trying to defend you, and I have my bare hands, and you've got an axe. It's an outrage. Oh, that's rough. Don't do that all again. If I don't defeat these guys, I might have to go back and get that other weapon. I don't have the firepower to be able to take them all out. Alright, let's see if we can go back. Hopefully. Back to the shop. I'm assuming it can, who knows? Ouch. Well, we can't go up there. We can go this way. Oh! I should have seen that coming. Get there in time before we get squished. He's got his shield, you can hear he's taking a bit more of a beating. There we go. Whoa! Oh, okay. I thought that was... I reckon we're probably gone too far now. Without rescuing that guy. But what are you going to do? I wanted to help him. Ah, dashing. Alright, so we can go up here, double tap to dash. There we go. So we now have some dynamite. I like these simple puzzles like this, you know, just a little bit of lateral thinking required. So maybe we can dash into that. Well, get out of here. We've blown up a wall. Now we must run because something is chasing us. Is it a monster or just some kind of boulder or an avalanche? Ah, that tension. Falling pillars. There's a real Temple of Doom vibe, or even a Rage of the Lost Ark, or even the Lord of the Rings when they're in Moria. Ah, damn. I'll do that again. I have to use the dash a little bit more. Come on. The music makes you want to panic, but you're not supposed to. Just take it slow and steady, but not too slow. Oh, oh. Alright, we made the checkpoint. Okay, good. It's funny, if you played the same level with some sort of chilled out, happy music, you probably wouldn't be as nervous, you know? It's funny how little things like music can really affect how your mood in a game or a movie, that kind of thing. Oh, dead. Alright, let's go again. Once again, this would be much better to play with a gamepad, which I really should set up. But it's been unplugged for a little while, and I've actually got it, you know, sitting right here, as I so often show, but it's not set up. Although the other day I did test it with Spartacus, my game, and I got it half working, which is good. The buttons work, just not the D-pad, just in case you're curious. That's the tough jump. One of the tricks with these kind of platform games as well is you don't want to have to do a sequence too many times. So the checkpoints have to be far enough in between, but not too far that it gets frustrating and repetitive. Alright, so we've made it to here. Ah. Huh. It's a nice sequence. It's very well timed and planned, you know. They put a lot of thought into it. Oh, come on. I expected that one to tumble. Here we go. Ah, well, that one pushes you. Alright, made that. Jump. Oh, a nice little slow motion action sequence as the last boulder hits. We dive into the water. And off we go. It's very cool. Now we're in the water. Some cool shimmering water effect. Chased by a piranha. They're super aggressive. Let us in! I must have to get back down here again. Oh. Take that, Skelly. We could knock him into the water if we chose to, but we'll just leave him for now. There's some bats. I hate bats in games. Always so unpredictable with their sine wave movement. Oh, that's cool. You can use torches and so on to create fire. And I'm presuming that the bats and so on will get hit. It's a nice detail. I really missed that sword, as bad as it was. Lever for us. Should use the bow more. It actually does a lot more damage. Okay. What if... do that again. Come on. Rather tedious little puzzle here, but you know, it's inventive. Is that enough? Yes, it's enough. The shopkeeper. Stock up, yes. We can afford a scimitar. We'll buy that. Yes, equip that. Can we sell something? No. Anything else we can afford? Is that 14 gold? No. No. Okay. Alright. In we go. I guess it's a boss fight of some kind. Lots of candles lit. Who's lighting all these candles? Who has time for that? Do these Undead have servants that light the candles for them. Cultists, maybe. It's long lost skeleton king of some kind. Don't be afraid. Long ago I stood where you are standing now. I was looking for a treasure in this forsaken crypt. When I found it, I was betrayed, but the treasure is still here. I can tell you where it is, but if you break the binds... okay. If you break the binds, cool, okay. He's going to trick us into breaking the binds and freeing him, and then they'll fight us. Because this guy is obviously been locked up for a reason. It's a curse. So, boss battle ensues. Skeleton boss. Creatively named. So he spawns skellies, obviously. Oh. Oh, alright. Pay more attention. Let's use our ranged weapon. Pepper him up a little bit. They can shoot him back. Get that. There's a cooldown on your ranged weapon, which is, you know, it makes sense. Probably should take out the minions first. Damn it. Alright, we'll give one more go. I mean, that's probably the strategy for beating him. I like the little screen shake when he moves. Tension. We got him! Hurrah! Just took a little bit of practice, right? So let's get that coin. One coin? One measly coin! We could sit in that chair and become the next Skeleton King, but... Destroy the vines. Nothing there. Out we head. There's the treasure chest for us. Ta-da! Out into the light. So the trap. So this guy's obviously a villain, as you can see from his skeletal visage. He's bound to do something nasty to us. Curse us. Curses! What was that? Goodbye, hero. Cue evil laugh. All right. Congratulations, you finished the demo. Fantastic. There you go. Well, that is the prologue to Unsung Warriors. I had fun with that. I think it will be an excellent game, and I look forward to checking out the full version when it comes out. Sad they didn't make the Kickstarter, but I don't think in the end it will really matter. I think this game will do quite well. Thank you for joining me on another episode of the Games Gladiator. You enjoy your day, whatever you may be up to. Bye for now.